I left to go get my medication. And by the time I got back here, the hacker had returned. Return as the hacker. I was on an antivirus yesterday, and one app had five, including Google. Google checked it out. Google said that it came up positive. Who else they got? It was Google. Those are the because it tests from 77 different antivirus, and Google was one of the ones that came back. It was Backdoor Rat, which stands for Remote Access something. So I googled it all. I literally thought I'd snapped a string there and not have it. But yeah, backdoor. It was all Backdoor Rat. It was all spyware. So they hide them in like certain apps. It's actually not bad at all. See, what I want to play is I want to play Tell Me Your Life that I learned yesterday. Okay, I need to just memorize where the chords are. So it's going G, C, D. So it's Kurt Cobain once said, all you need to know is the power chord, and he wasn't wrong. Because, like, I mean, you get an F is here, then you just go up 3, that's a G. A, B, E, D, C, C, B, but that's also a B. That's why I can drop from here. So these are both the exact same note, really. So you're playing one's playing higher up here, one's playing right down here, but it's the same note, and you're using 3 different strings each time. So yeah, so I grew up, and the first song I learned was. Hold on, let me a little bit of light. I just had my medication, so I don't want to put the lights on too early. I even put a t-shirt on because I'm that pale. It was a bit bright. So anyway, it's I should put my thing on. Anyway, so the first song I learned was "Time of Your Life" by Green Day, which is just a G, C, a D, G, C, D, and you're going for the kind of, I don't know, yeah, the chorus. Don't bore us, get to the chorus. That's what Dave Frost said. Don't bore us, get to the chorus. So it's E, D, C, G, E, D, C, G, and then it goes E, G, E, G, E, D, G. So instead of doing that, you just swap those exact chords. So I'll play it once with power chords, and I'll play it once with just open chords. It's cool that you can because I learned Shawn Mendes, Stitches by Shawn Mendes. Which, if you want to see a guitar player that has real talent, so someone that's the total opposite of me, go on here. So go onto YouTube and type in. I don't take requests. I'm not that good, like I said. But if Shawn Mendes was here, he would take requests. Can I play 6-7? What's 6-7? Oh, you mean the drill group 6-7 who had gigs starring the video? 6-7. Splash Man Up. No, I can't play 6-7. How would you play 6-7 on a guitar? I don't understand how you do that. Because it's all synthesized drum beats. Plus, I'm not part of the Mandem. I don't carry a shank. I've seen plenty though. And plus, aren't half of them locked down in jail now? The only UK drill rapper that I will listen to is Cash. Cash, he was deported back to Jamaica, I think. But then he came back and he released one song, yeah, and it's his number one song, Cash, and oh my God, no tenants in the light, just yard, no tenants in the yard, just lights and plants, and he's like him I can listen to, but I don't like listening to drum music just because they all keep dying, and I don't like death. People dying all the time. And getting into FBG Duck and then he's dead. Getting into Slim 400 and then he's dead. Getting into Nipsey Hussle and he's dead. getting into King Von, then he's dead. You know, it's just endless. And now most of most of 600 are in prison for FBG Duck's death. It's just pointless. You know, you've got Bibby, yeah, the guy Kesu who killed Bibby. He's in jail now. He'll never see light of day again. Trust me, he won't bust case. He'll never see light of day again. And I wouldn't be surprised if he got the death penalty because he was a lot older than Bibby. Bibby was like 14 years old. Anyway, enough about that crap. And 6-7's included in that crap. But their song with Gigs was really good. I realised that yesterday. I was thinking about the guy when I went to see in Trainspotting, and I was talking to the guitarist, and he had that exact same Jaguar. He had that. I said, what Jaguar is that? It looks awfully like mine. He said, oh yeah, it's just a standard Mexican Jaguar. And I was like, that's the exact same one I've got. And it's not that great a guitar. It's like better. But I thought to myself, he didn't talk. Oh no, he did. He did talk. He told funny stories in between the songs. And the female got up and she sat down and she had a Telecaster on and she sang and played at the same time. And I was like blown away. I was like, wow, she's better than me. You know, normally I can play guitar better than lead singers who don't play guitar. But no, she could play it a lot better than me. So, let me try to do it. See, it doesn't sound that's the list of 8 things I have to do before we can finally sell this asshole. But we've already got my next place, so I'm just gonna move and then I'm gonna come up like 3-4 times. No, I won't go 3 times. It's just like fitting fire alarms, putting fire alarms up instead of having them sat there. A nude kitchen floor, but that's not me. But I have to take the electronic things out. So I have to take the fridge freezer out. I have to take the fucking washing machine out, and I have to take the. It's a lot of hard work because that fridge is heavy. But they're all old, so we're just going to be getting rid of them, just throwing them out, and then I'm going to get new ones, a new fridge freezer, a new washing machine, and a new tumble dryer for my new place, because my new place is unfurnished, obviously. Because that's why I'm taking my bed and everything, all my furniture and everything. I have to unscrew my guitar wall hangers. methadone is kicking in, so that's why I wasn't thinking. And also because I've had my valerian tablet. Okay, so here we are. Oh yeah, Shawn Mendes. His song Stitches are actually but without the phaser. It's been ages since I've learned how to play it, so I need to go back and look at the chords again. See, if you were playing your own songs, like 10 songs, that you came up with, you would know them off by heart, like the same way I can play, I don't know, a lot of Nirvana songs. that song, I just used the overdrive when I did my cover for Instagram. See, so I was trying to learn a whole different, and I actually, if you listen to my version, which it should just be part of my like music history. It should just be part of my music history on Instagram, and my account's still there, but I can't get on it. When I was Blue Tick verified, and I was paying them £300 a month because I could afford it. And it's like they won't they don't even respond to emails. They don't give you they won't help you. You know, I know my password, I know my username, but that's not enough. Knowing my password and username is not enough. I need to be able to have access to a email account I had 7 years ago. Without that, I can't get back on. So that's why. And the only reason I came here is because I could go live here on Google for free. While there, I was paying them £300 a month, and I couldn't even go live. I got a 280-day live ban for doing nothing wrong at all. So. Which is it's just exciting. That's all. To put that much hard work into something, and to have just it's a centralized platform, to have just these people just take it from you. All your hard work, just take it from you. All your memories, all your hard work, all the nights where you spent like 8 hours trying to get the perfect version, just moving this pedal a little bit that way, moving this knob that way, this knob that way, just putting this pedal on instead of that one, trying this instead of that, and then you finally get one, and you edit it down, and I don't think that's fair. Well, actually, no, it's not fair. Outside in his car, and that happens. My mum's coming up now. Isn't it funny that the hacker's downstairs and that happens? Because if it's connected to that, then it's got unlimited data, which started yesterday. No, it started on the 18th. Unlimited data, and it's excellent Wi-Fi signal. It's not like I'm talking about methadone, and it's not like I'm talking about anything else. See, I think that's my mum. So you're trying to censor me just as my mum was arriving. It's pathetic. Grow up, man. If I was doing something wrong, cool, I could understand. But when I'm just playing music, when I'm a guitarist, and that's what I do, your car, you've not parked your car two-way, you've parked it right here. The other night, something happened. Why have you not approached me about it? I was up here in my room, my room in my flat, and you were down in your car, lights on, phone in your hand, glowing because it was on. Why have you not approached me since? Because hi, you're right. Any normal person, if that happened, they would approach the person and say, yo, what was that about? But you didn't, which just adds to that fact. So I'm only 2 minutes, just playing one last song. So the fact that you haven't approached me just adds weight to the fact that yes, you know full well, you know. Record me ending it. It was only a short one. See, the ones that they put copyright on, or tried to put copyright on, but can't, because then all the other 5 people who got 9 million views, they would have to get copyright, and then they would have to get their money. YouTube would have to get their advertising money back, or be, you know, they would be in debt to it because they broke copyright and then paid for it. So you know, when I saw that it was copyrighted, I was like, great. I never expected that. So that's the reason I made it public. This one I won't make public. It's only the ones that try and stop me from making public that I make public. So I've got my video ready. I'm gonna start recording. So here we are. I'm going to rest it again. See, methadone doesn't just come in handy for drug withdrawals and treatment. It also comes in handy for balancing phones against. Yeah, we're recording. Cool. Look, perfect. Literally perfect. Look at that. Literally perfect, man. So we're just going to play Time of Your Life again. Just, well, no, I'll play 2 songs. So this is number 2 of the 3 remaining songs, which I only learned last night. This is the first time I've ever transformed it from playing open chords transformed it from playing the open chords and thought, well, why don't I just try playing not power chords, power chords. It's like I know where all the, I know I can. You name a power chord, I'll tell you where it is. So anyway. I kept thinking, one more, and I actually want to now look and see how Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day, how he plays it, because he plays a soft version like this, like kind of like when I put reverb on. Soft one. You'll have heard it at 9 out of 10 weddings, including my sister's. When I came, I flew all the way back from South Africa in full-blown relapse mode. I bought 100 Xanax and 100 diazepam at the airport because the woman said to me, "Oh, I'm happy treating your anxiety." And you're not supposed to be. You're supposed to be giving people like 2 or 3 for the flight if they're anxious, and you're giving me 100 of each from the big massive 5,000 tubs. Just like I've just been failed by the medical world. Age 13, I got my first diazepam prescription. 13 years old. 13. That was when I got Valium for the first time, and then there's that I leave in rehab and I'm coming back to the UK to walk my sister down the aisle. And there's this little dodgy thing. If you look at the first floor, so I've got one floor at the back right of Durban Airport, there's a little nurses station where they hold maybe 5,000 tubs, and they're meant to give you 1 or 2 for the flight. You know what I mean? If you're anxious, but she was happy to sell them to treat my anxiety. And it really just sets you off on a lifetime of addiction and wastes years of your life, like honestly. Which is why I highly discourage anybody, you know. Unless it's by a doctor, that's the only time. Unless it's from a doctor. Late for me, but at least I can still try and make the best of it and say to people, you know, where I'm on in life and where not to go wrong, you know. which Mark Lanigan and Lane Staley and Kurt Cobain, if I could speak to them, they would all said the same thing to me. You know, St. Anthony Kiedis, John Frusciante, they all have said the same thing to me. Would I have listened though? I don't know. I don't know because I felt invincible. And you also feel that your life's going to. Well, no, it's like a moment in the sun. What King Solomon said, a time for everything under the sun. If you read that bit of the Bible, a time for everything under the sun, that guy King Solomon, he truly was. It doesn't matter what religion you are. Forget religion. Let's forget about religion for a minute. King Solomon, what he said there, no one can disagree with. Like there's a time for love, no, a time for living, a time for dying. You know, like I'm gonna actually Google. I'm gonna not Google it because I've got a Bible on my phone now. So I'm gonna get it on my phone and I'm gonna read it out next time. But it's really beautiful, and they often say it at their weddings. It's just basically there's a time for everything under the sun. There's a time for being cool. There's a time for being uncool. There's a time. It doesn't say that, but there's a time for like having lots of sex. There's a time for not having lots of sex. There's a time for love, and there's a time for solitude. There's a time for there's a time in this under the sun. There's a time when the weather's not so good. Just basic things like that. It's just opposite. He just names opposites, but it's so beautiful the way he does it. King Solomon was truly he's the one person I would have loved to have met, more so than Jesus, in fact. If Jesus was real, then I would rather have met King Solomon. So anyway, what was I going to play? I had one more which I going to play, and then that's me done. See, I've got this Metal Zone pedal on. You realise it, how wow, yeah, it is the Metal Zone. Look, if I go full distortion. From Sleeper, who we went to see, was he did talk between songs and say funny stories, but he used his guitar to speak. His guitar was his voice, and I thought about that last night. I was meditating on that last night for a long time, and I thought, yeah, that's completely true. Because when I talk. And I just bare my soul, I don't lie, I don't hide anything, I don't keep anything back, I just talk the truth. When I should be letting my guitar talk, my guitar should be my voice, not me speaking. I'm not here to speak, even though I've done about 90% speaking on this, but still, that was my realization yesterday, was that the guy from Sleeper, who has the exact same Jaguar that I do, he didn't talk the whole way through. He didn't, oh, sorry, hold on to the rest of the band, and didn't even give an essay. He played guitar. And I saw pictures of his pedal board, and I took pictures of his pedal board and I put them up on here. I think they're on Reverse, but probably about a year back or something. But he was a cool guy. And then the second thing I was saying, which I never got to finish, because someone asked me for like 6 sets. Can I play drill music on my guitar? Yeah, I can do that. Okay, I can play anything by 600. I can play anything by Sim 400. I can play anything by King Von, Little Dirk, you name it. I can hit it on the guitar, and you won't even tell the difference between me and Little Dirk. Like Little Dirk Real. I can play that right here, right now on my guitar. And the 6-7 song gigs in it, I can play that right here, right now. Of course, I can't play that music because that music's not guitar music. That music's vocal with heavy vocal processors where their voice has been pitch corrected, like especially Little Dirk. You hear how his voice goes like up octaves, like in seconds, but it sounds really great. You can't take anything away from him because it sounds really great, and he is writing the lyrics, while most rappers are just having ghost writers write the lyrics, and then they're just the man that stands up and sings them. Not sings them, raps them. Rap started out as spoken word. Anyway, so yeah, the second thing I was going to say was Shawn Mendes. Those are the basic chords, but anyway, for the chorus, if you want to hear a talented guitarist or someone the exact opposite of me, then go on here, YouTube, and type in Shawn Mendes. So just Shawn, SHAWN. That spelling Shawn, and then Mendes. You can probably spell it wrong; it'll still come up. And then surname Mendes, Mendes. So Shawn Mendes, Stitches. Yeah, so it was a really good song. He was a one-hit wonder. But so go on, type in Radio 1 Live Lounge. It's where artists come on and play their favorite, their hit song on an acoustic guitar. And you want to hear a guitarist that is like, when I saw it, I had to like take a breather for 5 minutes after I watched it. Like literally, it was that good. It was similar to Nick Drake. It was something that good. But yeah, listen. I'll just post it. I'll post up my community post after, so you can listen to it. Yeah. So check my community post later, and you'll see Shawn Mendes Stitches.